Shalom, Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles GMS for teaching real well, and salutation to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. We're going to get into this article. Got to watch what we say. I just did a video a few hours ago, and they already, on a new page I just made, and they already took it down. So these words, we got to watch what we say because, Esau does not like the fact that we're revealing his plans, and he doesn't like the fact that we call out, we call a spade, so he doesn't like that. So he says, UK France travel to resume as thousands of lorry drivers stranded after border closures and the Cooties 19 mutation. We were talking about this on the line about Friday. It's like we were talking online about this on Friday. And just how the traveling in Europe is at a halt, especially France and UK. This article is going to bring some of that out, and right here you see you see the truck driver, and he looks like he hasn't moved anywhere in a while. A few years ago, I used to watch a series on the internet about the roughest truck drivers in the world, and they were showing some parts in West Coast Africa where I'd see scenes like this about 5 solid years ago when they'd have to pull over due to civil war might be going on at the border, or some type of something was going on at the border, or the truck drivers might have to wait a day or two or three or maybe a week or plus, and they'd have their clothes out like this, showing you signs that there was no movement of the goods through the area. And that's what we have getting ready to happen here. I always brought this out Friday, and I brought this on another video. I remember reading a week or two ago about how the truck drivers said that they, this vaccine was coming out, the truck drivers were going to have to use their cooling trucks to deliver this stuff. So in order for them to deliver it in their cooling trucks, that means that they were going to have to cut down on deliveries of groceries and goods to different stores, which means it's going to be the shelves are going to be less packed. If they refill the shelves on a Monday, you might have to wait another week for that stuff to come. So it'd be bi-weekly. And then on top of that, they were just saying, well, what also happens then is the price that's going to push the cost of the goods to go up. So this is a trickle-down effect with Esau. He knows what he's doing. But at the end of the day, the sheeple, they want to continue this in Babylon and think that the mirth is going to continue here, But we're seeing it right before our very eyes. This place is closing down rapidly. Let me read some of this article and bring out some verses. This is says the travel between the UK and France is set to resume on Wednesday after headway in border crisis talks between the two countries, as some 2,800 lorries remain stranded in Kent, Transport Secretary Grant Shapps said on Tuesday. It comes after France shut their borders to the Brits following the discovery of a new cooties variant in the UK that a government health chief said had spread it everywhere throughout the country. And that's another thing that they are within the last 2 weeks they have been experimenting and bringing out this new cooties bug. It's mutating, and all we know is that we already know we're ahead of this devil's plan, so we know it's going to go from a 19 to a 20. And let me read on. So he says, and that's another thing too, that they're shutting. The UK travel ban is up. If you travel from the UK to the United States, you have to quarantine and vice versa. I don't think that they're letting people come into the UK right now. The government, the government has shut stuff down over there, and they're in tier systems, some similar to what we are in America, but I think theirs is a little bit more harsh. And it says, it comes after France shut their borders to the Brits following the discovery of a new cootie variant in the UK that the government health chief said had spread everywhere throughout the country. Shapps' French counterpart, Jean-Baptiste Debrach, thanked him for the progress made as he announced in a tweet that planes, boats, and Eurostar trains would resume service between UK and France from Wednesday morning. However, only British or EU citizens normally reside in France will be able to travel, and only after they have provided a negative Cooties 19 test that is able to detect the new mutation. Shapps said in a tweet that there had been good progress today in an agreement with the French government on borders, with the new arrangements set to last until January the 6th. You know, so that means that, you know, a lot of their businesses are being slowed down. Everything's being slowed to a halt. He said, oh, let me read this. He and French Prime Minister Jean Castex both said that more details would be released in the next few hours, while Shapes urged haulers to avoid traveling to Kent for the time being. Aerial footage on Tuesday showed hundreds of HGVs backed up along the M20 motorway leading to Dover, while the runway at Kent's Madison Airfield was being used as an overflow lorry park for almost 1,000 lorries. And here's another picture of the trucks on the highway. They're just jammed up. It says, according to the Times, the British armed force will be drafted in to conduct lateral flow of Cooties 19 tests up to 16,000 lorry drivers a day at the airfield, although drivers must be screened 72 hours before they cross the English Channel. So as we see, these different type of things are, you know, they have these strict laws going into play, and they're slowing down. Their everything's being slowed down right now over in Europe. You know, from France to Britain. You know, everything's being slowed down. These different trucks. They said they had to open up the airfield to allow the truck drivers to go in. So over in the mother, you know, they're going hard with the testing. You know, and the mandatory draconian laws they're forcing upon them, which is upsetting the people, man. You know, and their happiness is coming to an end, man. That's basically what's going on, man. Let me bring this out. This is Isaiah 24:8. The mirth of tabrets cease, the noise of them that rejoice in the joy of the harp cease. They shall not drink wine with a song, slacky. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, and no man may come in. That's what we have going on right now, man. You know, these cities that were once great meccas for Esau to go to around this time of the year, whether it be you know, you go to France, see the Eiffel Tower, these different events and different things, fireworks for the New Year's, you know, all these different things. It's all gone. The confusion is hitting the streets now. Truck drivers don't know what to do. They're just stuck. Look at this. They're stuck having to wash their own clothes out their trucks and stuff and eat there. So that's their life now. You know, while the people in the city, they're all jacked up because they don't know when another truckload is coming in or anything. So the mirth of this place is done with. And we continue. This is Isaiah 24:11. There's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Comes in with these ships, you know, different things that come in these ships. Not ships, but just trucks that have to bring the shipments in of different things and goods they use. All that is gone. The happiness is gone. I was reading earlier this year when France first went into riot mode with the riots, because they've been rioting for the last 2 to 3 years solid, if not longer than that. You know, they were talking about how they first were rioting over the cost of the train services, you know, transportation services provided by Paris. You know, they said that they went up, the price went up, and the people were not going to be able to buy daily meat anymore, and they were going to have to resort to eating meat like once a week. So I was letting you know that some of the mirth was getting ready to leave out of that area. Isaiah 24:12. And the city is left desolate, and the gate is smitten with destruction, man. And these places, you know, with all these trucks lined up like that, what good are your goods going to do once they get to their destination? They're going to be spoiled, they're going to be old, you know. And these are the different things that's adding on to the coming down of this place, man. You know, just the mirth of this place is done with. They had to bring in they're having to use the Air Force testing fields to test 6,000 drivers a day. And they're giving them 72 hours before they can even be able to go across the English Channel. That's why we see these trucks lined up like right here. Because they got to get tested, and after they get tested, they got to wait another 72 hours before they can even cross. Which is really slowing down. All your markets are being slowed down. And all the mirth, all your goods, your traffic of goods is being slowed down. Some go spoil, some go bad. You know, some of the, you have deadlines to make. They're not able to make these deadlines. So it's, you know, everything's messed up over here. Let me continue. He says, on Tuesday evening, drivers of angry lorry drivers appeared to stage a mini protest in Dover at not being allowed to cross into France and thereafter make it home in time for Christmas. That's the number one thing. Like I said, that they all want to get into these little holidays, that they have, and they're not able to make it home for Christmas. Soldiers at war, what are their main thing? Oh, I gotta make it home before Christmas. Be with my family and stuff like this. Well, these days those things are coming to an end, man. Your little holidays, they're coming to naught, man. Um, yeah. Yeah, everything's coming to an end. Coming to a halt in these places. This is Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. And we're seeing that happen right before our very eyes. So a lot of these people they have to park their trucks and just sit and wait until they get quarantined. First, they got to take the shot, then they got to see whether or not they're positive or negative. If they're negative, they still have to wait 72 hours. Then they're able to proceed with their ride home or to other points of Europe where they have to go, and then eventually make it home. So the music of this place is being brought low. There's no happiness in your holidays. No more your holidays have no more happiness. The only thing you're looking for is the government to go ahead and end these restrictions, and supposedly give you that jab, you know. And I just wanted to bring this out real fast, and keep and watch how I word things because, like I said, I got to use the cootie word because, these algorithms are onto us heavy and listening for words that we say, and we still have to bring out this truth. I have to make another page just in case. I have to make 2 more pages just in case they try to shut this one down. But with that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.